Now it is time to look forward. For a long time, the community has been talking about what the future of Euro Truck Simulator 2 and American Truck Simulator might look like. And as many of you already know, new content is coming that could change ETS2 and ATS in a very big way. These changes are expected to arrive across several updates, starting from update 1.59 and possibly reaching as far as 1.62. And why they are actually more important than they may look at first glance. If you enjoy ETS2 and ATS content like this, remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel. It really helps the channel grow and keeps this kind of content coming. Now let's talk about what is actually changing. One of the biggest announcements from SCS Software is that they are once again updating the engine core of the game. This might not sound exciting at first, especially if you are someone who mainly focuses on trucks, map expansions, or gameplay features. But the truth is that engine changes are some of the most important updates a game can receive. The engine core is basically the foundation of everything inside the game. It controls how the game renders graphics, how performance is handled, how the CPU and GPU are used, and even how new features can be implemented in the future. When SCS improves the engine core, they are not just making a small technical adjustment, they are preparing the game for the next stage of its life. Euro Truck Simulator 2 released back in 2012, and American Truck Simulator followed in 2016. That means the engine has been evolving slowly over many years, and SCS has a history of improving it step by step. Over time, we have seen the introduction of DirectX improvements, better asset streaming, improved textures, better lighting systems, and many other technical upgrades that most players may not notice immediately. But all of those changes slowly pushed the games forward. This new engine core update is another step in that same direction. Another major change that is coming is an improvement to the lighting system. Lighting plays a huge role in how a game feels visually. Even if the models, textures, and environments stay the same, better lighting can completely transform how the world looks. SCS has already improved lighting in the past, but this time they are going even further. The new lighting system will introduce more skyboxes, which means the sky and atmosphere will look more realistic and varied depending on weather and time of day. This will enhance the feeling of driving through different environments. Sunrises may feel warmer, sunsets may look deeper and more dramatic, stormy weather could look darker and more atmospheric. Small visual improvements like these may not seem huge individually, but when you are driving for hundreds of kilometers across Europe or America, those details make a big difference. They help the world feel more alive. Now, one important thing to mention here is that this does not necessarily mean dynamic weather is coming. Dynamic weather systems are much more complex and much harder to implement, especially in games like ETS2 and ATS, where the map scale is huge and performance needs to remain stable. So the focus right now appears to be visual improvement rather than a full weather simulation overhaul. But even without dynamic weather, improved lighting alone can make the game feel significantly more modern. Whenever graphics and engine systems are improved, one question always appears in the community: what will happen to performance? The truth is that these changes could increase the graphics demand of the game. New lighting systems often mean better shaders, improved textures, and more advanced rendering techniques. All of that can place a heavier load on your hardware. This means that some older PCs might struggle a little more to run the game smoothly after these updates arrive. However, there is also good news. The engine improvements are expected to allow the game to better utilize modern CPUs, especially when it comes to using multiple cores. For many years, ETS2 and ATS have relied heavily on single-core CPU performance. Modern processors today are designed with multiple cores that can share workloads more efficiently. If the engine starts taking better advantage of those cores, performance could actually improve for many players. Another benefit is that improved CPU usage often allows the GPU to be used more effectively. This balance between CPU and GPU is very important in games. If the CPU becomes less of a bottleneck, the GPU can work more efficiently to render graphics, which can lead to smoother gameplay and higher frame rates. So, while the visual improvements might increase graphical demands, the engine optimization could help balance things out. One thing to keep in mind is that these changes will not all arrive at once. SCS usually rolls out major improvements gradually across multiple updates. That means we may start seeing small improvements in Update 1.59, then more changes in 1.60, and additional refinements as we move closer to 1.62. This gradual approach is important. It allows the developers to test the new systems carefully, gather feedback from players, and fix issues before moving forward. Large engine changes can sometimes introduce unexpected bugs or compatibility issues, especially in a game that has a huge modding community like ETS2. By releasing improvements step by step, SCS can make sure that the transition happens smoothly. For players, this means the game will slowly start to feel more modern over time. You might first notice subtle lighting changes, then improved sky visuals, then performance improvements as the engine becomes more optimized. It is a gradual transformation rather than one massive overhaul. The reason these updates are so important is because they help prepare the games for the future. SCS has shown many times that they want ETS2 and ATS to continue growing for many more years. Map expansions are still being released, new trucks continue to arrive, and gameplay features keep evolving. But for all of that to continue, the technical foundation of the game must keep improving. Engine updates make it easier to introduce new visual technologies, better environments, and possibly even larger maps. Without these improvements, the game would eventually reach a technical limit where new features become harder to implement. So these engine and lighting updates are not just about visuals. They are about keeping the game alive for the next generation of content. The updates between 1.59 and 1.62 will likely be remembered as an important transition period for both ETS2 and ATS. They may not introduce huge, flashy gameplay mechanics immediately, but they are laying the groundwork for everything that comes next. Better lighting, a stronger engine core, improved performance systems, and a more modern visual presentation. All of these changes slowly push the games closer to the standards of modern simulation titles. So as we move toward Update 1.59, 1.60, and beyond, it is worth paying attention to these technical improvements. They may seem small at first, but they will shape the future of the games we enjoy driving every day. In the next video, we will talk about something a bit more exciting for many players. We will look at the gameplay changes and the new trucks that could be coming to ETS2 and ATS in the future. If you enjoyed this video, remember to like and subscribe to the channel.